Hello Libra, this is Olivia from Nice Tarot. Today I'm going to be doing the Libra singles. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. Oh yeah, by the way, I did pull a Dream Decoder card for you, and listen to this. It's called Being Late. I don't know if you guys can see that, so you can read all of the card, but I'm not going to read every single bit of it, but if you can read that, maybe you can. The most common manifestation is missing a flight or a train. A classic symbol of feeling overwhelmed or not up to the challenge of a task. An alternative meaning is loss of control, in particular perhaps an inability to cope with deadlines or time pressures. Turning up late in general may be an alert suggesting you need to be more organized and disciplined. But sometimes it's a nudge to make you face your fears and deal with the situation you've been avoiding. If you've suffered a loss of some kind, being late may be, straightforwardly, a reflection of sorrow or regret. Oh, so let's do your reading and see if that relates at all. I can't imagine that Libras, yeah. I don't know too many personally Libras, but I can see that that would be a problem with them because they're so engaged in what they do for work that it takes their mind away. The Four of Pentacles. You're holding on to something pretty tight. It could be money for right now. You're not afraid of losing money, are you? Or loss of income? Ooh, you might be losing a job. I see a big city in the background. Do you work in a metropolitan area where you're like a big CEO or something, some kind of important law or justice kind of work? You may, if you're losing your job or you're worried about losing it, you may be sending out resumes here. Or you might be making phone calls to other people that you know that you might be seeing if there's job openings where they are. This could be about work. It could be, but let's just keep going here. This is talking about a battle that a battle that's been lost. I don't think you were a participant, but what you are doing is you're picking up the pieces. And whatever was lost is, there's no going back. So if you lost a job, there's no going back to it for some reason, whatever that means to you. It might be a business shut down, perhaps. You're going to keep persevering though, which is, I'm not surprised. This is somebody that knows what it's like to be in a lot of battles, and of course, once you know that, you know how to maneuver around that. And right now it's just keep perseverance. Keep going forward. Don't stop. Go what you're dreaming for. If it's work, it looks like it might be work. This is you leaving a situation. Maybe it was a situation that you didn't like. Maybe you were working someplace where it didn't feel comfortable. Because this talks about leaving rough waters behind and heading to a much smoother pasture, ahead of you. Or this could be you making a complete change in your life by moving from one location to another. Maybe looking for work. Maybe there's been a struggle with finding work. Oh no. This card speaks of two ways. Either you're financially losing money because maybe you've lost a job and you're holding on to what little bit you have in savings or what have you. But it also could mean that there was some kind of retirement fund perhaps, or some kind of money that your company put aside for you. And maybe that's what you're removing that. You're taking that money from that investment. And this can also mean you may, if you're doing some kind of work now, that means that this kind of work that you're doing, no, I take that back. This just tells me that you're definitely you're losing money. Or either you're harvesting what's there, but there's no more growth wherever you were. It's time to go. It's time to walk away. That's why there's no going back. Whatever happened, you cannot go back. There were a lot of battles. Could be with co-workers. Well, one thing is for sure, you are making a decision about something and you're seeing things more clearly now. So I'm guessing that maybe the job you had before wasn't as good as you thought it was going to be, or wasn't as emotionally fulfilling or something like that. But now that you've been through that experience, you're starting to see things clearly, and you know next time you're going to get something that you really like. Something that fills your soul. That's interesting. Yeah, in this day and time, we don't know what we're going to get, do we? I mean, there's a lot of businesses that are still closing. But you might have been in a big city where there's a lot of options. Alright, let's do clarifying here. Oh, I was going to use the baby deck. Well, I've already started. I'll use this. There is going to be some good news that comes to you, and it may have something to do with sending out resumes or making calls to people that you know that you're trying to get work. This is good. That's why your perseverance here, it says don't stop with just, making phone calls, send out resumes, do it all. This also talks about sending messages, or it could be you receiving good messages from somebody. I think you will get whatever you're looking for. This is a new beginning in some kind of, maybe, communications. So yeah, whatever you were in before, it was very hurtful. In a way, I think you're very glad that you got out of this, and you may not have done it on your own. It might have been pushed upon you. But either way, I think you're financially going to be okay. I think you may have had some investment or some kind of savings set aside so that if you did lose a job, you were prepared financially. That explains the rough waters that you're leaving behind. This energy and that's tough. That's tough energy. This is, being hurt because you got involved in a situation that wasn't even your own. Other people pulled you into it, and it ended up being a battle that was lost, and now you're stuck picking up the pieces so that you can move on and look for something else. Looking for some kind of work. You weren't happy. You were not happy wherever it was that you worked. Because the Nine of Cups is spilled cups. There's no happiness. There's no feelings. It wasn't, emotionally fulfilling. It was like a dead-end job. Maybe you were one of those types of people, and I don't mean to be mean or anything, but maybe you just finally had to figure out how to just, block your thoughts and your heart from whatever's going on here. It was just too much. But you do know what to look for now. Let's see what we get here. Oh my gosh. Oh, okay. Okay, this is telling me that you had no passion for what kind of work you were doing here. And I have no clue what it is. That's all for you to know, Libra. But you do know, you do realize now that you will not jump into another job without finding out more details about who works there. What is the position? What are all the details of that type of work? There's going to be a lot of hiring hopefully soon because, you know, there's been a boost in the economy supposedly. So hopefully you'll be able to have many choices to pick and choose. But make sure that you choose something that's going to be emotionally fulfilling for you. Because whatever you had here, it just did not work for you. It wasn't good. Maybe, talking about this here, maybe you feel like you're running out of time. Maybe you need to face your fears and deal with a situation you've been avoiding. If you've suffered a loss of some kind, being late may be straightforwardly a reflection of sorrow or regret. If you've suffered a loss of a job, being late may be straightforwardly a reflection of sorrow or regret. I would say for a red flag is if you do get a job or if you get a job offer, maybe you should make sure that you're going to be very punctual. Make sure there's a, you know, distinctive day and time for you to meet with a, say, with a potential new employer. Let's see what we need. I'm going to pull this Soul's Journey. It says pride. I love myself and I see myself in everyone. So you do try to get along with everybody. It looks like here there might have been some conflict. But you realize that you love yourself and I see myself in everyone. And that's a good way to see things, especially when it comes to working with coworkers. It's beautiful. I don't think there's anything else. That's what I have for you, Libra. I hope this helps, and I will see you next time, and I wish you the best. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you during the rest of the week next time. Namaste. Bye-bye.